Good morning. I'm back out in the car, just taking a break from the restless, agitated personalities that are roaming around my 1,000 square foot bungalow right now. It's Monday morning, and I wanted to do a quick video. Actually, it's not going to be quick. I apologize in advance. It might be a little longer. To give you some ideas for how to help yourself and your people deal with some of the agitation and what occupational therapists term dysregulation that can happen when you've been cooped up and you haven't been able to do the things that normally make you feel calm and regulated, like going to the gym or meeting friends for coffee or going to a movie or whatever it is that you used to do before this whole pandemic thing kept us inside. But first, a request. I was thinking about this. If any of you out there that are watching this video, if you know any sports celebrities personally, or even just are a super fan or something, I'm wondering about reaching out to them to see if they'll do something appeal to the competitive nature of their fans. Something like We the North are the best at flattening the curve. If we could get some sort of challenges going with the sports communities, I think that if every curling fan, hockey fan, basketball, Canadian fan, these are Canadians because we're competing against the world, if they could issue a challenge and all these fans just stayed put for 2 weeks, we would really flatten the curve. So if anyone can do that for me, if you know any Canadian sports celebrities, let's get that going. We the North, flatten the curve or something. We can do it. Anyway, that was my random thought at 2 a.m. last night. So today, reducing the agitation and the this kind of disorganization or discomfort of the nervous system is what I call it. And my neighbor's just leaving. Bye. Anyway, okay, scattered. Here we go. Disorganization. I'm going to use the analogy of a fussy, colicky baby. If any of you have had the experience, the pleasure, the joy of owning a colicky baby or been around someone who has a colicky baby, you know that they often are fussy and they cry, and what's actually happening is their nervous system is so disorganized that they can't really figure out what it is they need to do, which normally is to go to sleep or to slow down and eat something. So there are 4 things that we do with fussy, colicky babies. And these 4 things we can do for ourselves, even as grown people or as children. We can add these in different ways. So the first thing that we do with a fussy, colicky baby is we rock or bounce them. Right? You've seen the moms and the dads wandering the hallways for hours, bouncing and rocking. And so we can also do this for ourselves. If you have a rocking chair, if you have a porch swing, if you have a swing set in your backyard, linear movement back and forth is really organizing for your body, and it helps you feel good. And think hammock. Put the hammock up in the backyard. I know it's not very warm out yet, but those activities can really help calm. We dug out the glider rocking chair that was in the garage, and we put it in our living room, and it's really helpful for me. I sit there and I rock back and forth when everybody's really starting to annoy me. It's one of my tells. So rocking. Bouncing is the other thing that some babies really like, that up and down movement. So if you have a trampoline for your kids, get them on the trampoline, let them jump on the couch, play games that involve hopping up and down. Me personally, not into the trampoline these days, but the kids, even if you have a mini trampoline. My son, who has been spending significant quality time watching YouTube gamers play Minecraft. I don't quite understand it. I can hear him jumping on the couch downstairs while watching. I'm cutting myself some slack, and you know what? He's doing what his body needs to stay organized and somewhat regulated. So rocking and bouncing, that's what we do. That's tip number one. Second tip that we do with fussy babies is we swaddle them really tight, right? We wrap them in blankets and we snuggle them in. There are times I'd really like to swaddle the people in my house, but they're too big now. So what I do is I hug them a lot. I put it in my brain that the second they wake up, I give them a squeeze. One of my daughters sitting in the corner of the couch on her phone, and I sit really close to her and snuggle up into her. I try and do that regularly throughout the day. My husband, not so much, but whatever, he can fend for himself. So giving your kids lots of hugs is one way. If you're having trouble sleeping at night, a weighted blanket is kind of the same, gives your body that same deep pressure, and can be really organizing and regulating for some people. So we have the lead blanket. It feels like when you go to the dentist and you get that, I don't know what it's called, the lead thing on you for getting x-rays. That's what the quilt that Mason's grandma made feels that heavy. So I use that weighted blanket. So deep pressure, those regular hugs, if you can give them to your people, squish them on the couch, sit on their knee. I don't know. Those are some ideas for deep pressure. And for yourself, weighted blanket or heavy blankets if that helps. So that's some deep pressure ideas. Third thing that we do with fussy babies is we usually try and feed them or put in a pacifier, so something that they can soothe with. And I don't know if you guys feel like you just want to eat all the time, but that's what seems to be happening in our house. Everybody is hungry all the time. And I think that we are using that constant eating to regulate our nervous system and feel a little bit more calm and soothed. So some of the things that you could try for your kids and your people is milkshakes, anything through a straw. Think of like how we as babies used to take in nourishment. So that sucking stuff through a straw, milkshakes, smoothies, for little kids, the yogurt tubes, popsicles, freezies. Some of those things can just help organize a little bit more and maybe stop the constant eating. I don't know. We're just eating all the time. Chewing gum, I find that's another option for some people if they're trying to, if they need to eat sunflower seeds or chewing gum or something, candy. Those things tend to keep your body a little bit more organized, or at least you feel a little bit more relaxed and organized when you're doing some of those activities. Okay, last one. When all else fails with a colicky fussy baby, what we used to do is we would put her in the car seat and we'd go for a drive. So there's, or in the stroller when it was nice enough. And there's a vibration component that also is organizing for the nervous system. So, there's also those bouncy chairs that they could sit in, and then there's some vibration through that. So some people really do well with going for a bike ride. There's a little bit of vibration, skateboarding for kids, going for a drive in the car. Don't stop anywhere. Just go to a country road somewhere and drive on a road for a little bit and see if that doesn't help organize your system a little bit more. So, to recap, the 4 tips, bounce and swing. So get your hammock out, grab a beverage with a straw, and go for that. Deep pressure, lots of hugs. And try a weighted blanket if you can, or a heavy blanket. Milkshakes, smoothies, chewing gum, and go for a drive or a bike ride, or take your kids out and let them go on their scooters. Sometimes all those things can help in this time when we're a little bit more agitated. Okay, that's my OT spiel for the day. If you out there can get the We the North Flatten the Curve challenge happening, that would be great. And take a deep breath and know that we're all just doing the best we can. And I don't know if I'll have any more videos. I'll see. As I need to take a break from my home, I come out to the car and think about OT stuff and other stuff. So I hope you're all staying well and keep doing the best you can. Bye.